Aquarius, Pisces, to your in-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. Ooh. We got this, whoa, got the world coming out with some completions and accomplishments going on. Liking that. Let's see what we got going on over here. We have the Page of Wands, feeling very inspired and having inspiring ideas. Let's see what's going on there too. Teamwork, Three of Pentacles, feeling like I am building something. Yeah, it's like walking right into a new chapter of your life with these things that you want to build, things that are building around you, right? Inspired to want to build new things or build something upon something else, right? So you could say, yes, because I was focused and I'm building something, and maybe I'm building the next piece to the puzzle. Ooh, I like that. So, you know, really getting down and getting dirty and getting to business over here, right? This is about that, what I want, right? You know what? Yeah. Because the King of Swords says, look, I've gotten rid of my mental block. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm completely clear about the situations where I'm going. Okay, and the next card coming out is the Emperor, just knowing that you are in leadership mode, feeling that stability, feeling that control, feeling that you're disciplined at this time as you're really sitting on your throne. Using your intuition. There could have been a little bit of fear and anxiety that rolls through this situation, but it just feels like through the inspiration, you can kind of hold that back. You don't have to feel that way anymore. It could be popping in and out as you're feeling inspired. You might be a little worried that maybe this won't happen, that won't happen, but you're still trying to build that and trying to be very disciplined. And I also feel like in your emotions as well, not only in just the way that you're thinking about things, but also the emotions, because we have the thinking and the emotions. So really pushing them all together to really focus on what it is you truly want and taking control on how this is going to work. It does feel like there could be a little bit of a delay coming out of the situation, a delay that you're not really foreseeing just at this time, but it's okay. Right, because that just means that, you know what, I might have a little bit of indecision. There might be too much creativity coming all at once, which is kind of like, right. So towards the end of the month over here, around maybe the 29th, the 30th or so, you might be really feeling like, okay, hold on a second. I have to go back kind of to my paperwork over here. Because I see where I'm going. I know what I'm building. I know what I'm doing, but all of a sudden, boom, something hits me. Maybe it's something that hits you that you want to mark in, right? So make sure that you are, you know, it could even be a dream that you're having that pops up, and maybe you're like, oh my gosh, that was some kind of premonition. I think I want to try to do that and master that, but I have to go kind of sit back, sit still, and figure out how to do this. Okay, so definitely. And this is about how you're going to connect with this situation that's going on with you, right? For some of you, it could even be a love situation that pops up in the situation, right? Like I'm in the middle of building something, and then they come and they say something that gives me a little bit of anxiety. So it may cause me to have a little bit of a delay on my building progress over here. But no matter what it is, it just feels like no matter what it is, you're going to figure out the situation by using your hidden secret talents. The talents we all have within ourselves to use that intuition, seeing and knowing that, you know what, there's no roof over my head. You know, I can write all these creative things down and go with the flow, right? So you just feel like you're kind of on fire, really trying to get these things done, right? As things are really coming toward you, as you're really trying to achieve and look forward and thinking about how this future, right, is going to kind of unfold, the future of whatever this project is, whatever it is that you're building, right? So I think there's just going to be some things you're going to have to kind of go over. Okay, let's see what's going on. Going to keep yourself motivated, though. Let's see. The truth. Yeah. Truth will set you free. Really looking through clarity and truth and really getting the balance within the situation, right? It's a firm foundation. So really building that and really moving up. Really holding tight, though, too. With the Four of Pentacles, it's like I'm going to reach out, but I'm also going to hold tight to the situation. I really need to really stay stable, stay disciplined, and really move up this mountain. I don't want to fall down this mountain. So you're going to keep yourself motivated through, you know, the through this end of the month, and probably towards the what I want to say, the next month. So definitely feeling like this is where I'm going to keep things going. Partnerships and alliances, yeah. Like I said, you could have a partner that's coming up over here. They may bring something to light or something, and it could kind of cause a delay, cause a little anxiety within the situation. But it does feel like, yeah, I'm going to move away from that situation. I don't really want that fear, and I don't really want that, right? I don't really want that energy, right? Because I'm using the wisdoms and my secrets within myself and trusting within my higher self to get things done. So giving yourself more choices and decisions by choosing wisely. So there's going to be a little more opportunity, but it also feels like your imagination, your creativity is just going to kind of push that back and say, you know, I don't know. Because you're trying to, I don't know, it just feels like it's kind of confusing, right? It's almost like it's kind of confusing you. It kind of make you wobble back, make you going back and forth about an idea because they want to give anxiety. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't pan out? What if that's not going to happen? Well, just stop. Right? So you might feel like you're delaying, but it might also make you want to feel like at one point, oh my God, maybe I should retaliate from this. Maybe I should stop this. Maybe this is maybe they're right. But then it just feels like, no, wait, I connect with my higher self. I go back to the understanding of what's going on. And you're like, nope, you know what? I'm going to continue to keep doing this because there's something about this, right? So just give yourself more patience, you know, so that you can climb that mountain, right? Because you can't, you know, you can't really force others to see what you're seeing, right? They can only see it from the way they're going to see it. Perception is everything. So I just don't think that they're seeing it on your level. They're getting, you know, maybe there's a lot of money you have to use, right, to get this project done. And maybe they're afraid, you know, but fear is not going to help this situation. If anything, that's what's going to hold this situation back, right? So there's a lot of bravery and strength that's going to be taking on in this situation. You're kind of laying, you know, the foundations, right? And taking that action and trying to get your dreams to come true over here. Wow. Yeah, because you definitely have the Four of Pentacles coming out again. Now, I do feel like you're going to be frugal with how much you're going to actually, you know, if you actually have to spend something to gain something, I do see that you will be a little frugal with the money. Maybe they're afraid you're just going to throw everything out there. For those of you who are actually investing something and actually having to buy something to do something, right? So you could say, like, if I own a business, it takes me to spend money to make money, right? Like, even on this channel, I have to have, you know what I mean? I have to have the camera. I have to have the candles. I have to, you know, and even if I didn't need candles, I still have to have the camera, right? I have to have a table, you know, and then there's little things that I want to do that I feel is good for me, and it's not good for everybody else. But, you know, I enjoy having my angels and my stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's all about, that's a part of my creativity. So then you're going to say, well, no, because if I have this, then I'm going to want to have this. I have to have this. But I know I want to have these things that bring out the creativity that makes it different from everybody else. Everybody else's store, everybody else's channel, everybody else's, you know, whatever, right? I mean, shit, even dressing sometimes, you know, we don't all want to, not all of us want to be wearing the same clothes as everybody else. I personally do not like wearing what everybody else is wearing. I cannot do it, okay? It drives me crazy. If I walk into a party and I know you're wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing, I'll drive me insane, right? Unless we're all wearing Metallica, you know, unless I'm at a concert. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless there's a reason why we should all be wearing the same shirt, you know, because there's this authenticity. There's this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking that for some reason they think that you're going to be spending too much money. I mean, it could just be you getting creative at home and buying couches and stuff. You know what I mean? And they're like, I don't know. Do you really think you need the extra, you know, the extra end table? I mean, we have one. Do we really need two? Well, the way I'm building the living room, we do. But is it necessary? In my head, it is, right? And then it's almost like the fear of you guys are going to run short. Something's going to happen. Something's going to go bad. Okay, so, but it just feels like you're just, different styles, different trends, different creative outlets going on, and they're not seeing it your way. They're not seeing these trends. They're not seeing these outlets. They're not seeing what you're seeing. That's okay, though. That's okay. Like I said, in the end, you're just going to hold tight to what it is you want and make that progress in that movement, and you have the 10 of Cups, so, boom. Why? Because in the end, they're going to see that everything balanced itself out. Everything came the way it needed to come. It presents itself the way it needs to present itself. Okay? Even if you know that maybe, okay, fine, you know what? I won't spend it all in 1 month. Or I won't spend it all in one place. Or all at one time. Or all of the above. Right? So then maybe that's what's coming out. Right? But in the end, you're going to do what you're going to do. Because it's going to pan off. So, and then you have the 2 of Cups again. Wow. Because there's this overall connection. It's just, like I said, it's balancing itself out. Well, no matter what's going to happen in the end, it's all going to work. Because you're seeing it work. Wow. That's awesome, guys. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love.